Welcome back to the Philippines Build a Nation Save, where in this episode we are concluding Season 2 with the PFL Cup Final and the end of the PFL season. So this is what the final two matches of the season look like. First match today will be the PFL Cup Final, where we will be taking on and most likely losing to Juggernaut side Mendiola. And then after that, we will be taking on Loyola away from home to close out the Philippines Football League season. And while we will be playing the PFL Cup final against Mendiola, we are probably going to lose this game. Mendiola, I think, have gone through the entire season undefeated. Actually, we can take a quick look at Mendiola here just to catch up on the squad that we were no longer with. Ah, man, they lost in the AFC Champions League 2 to Al Ittihad. That's a tough team to go up against. I mean, this is an Al Ittihad side who still has Fabinho, Musa Diaby, N'Golo Kante, and yeah, Rachkovic. Yeah, they're a very good team. But aside from those losses, as you guys can see, they've literally won every single PFL match this season, and the likelihood of us beating them is probably less than 1%. That being said, though, this match does a lot for our club. I mean, this is going to be a huge financial match for Manila Monte here because in the final, the winner gets £250,000 of prize money. We're not going to get that, but we get £150,000 and £50,000 of round appearance money. So in total, this should bring in about £200,000 for the club, which looking at our finances is something that we absolutely need. So that's going to be huge for allowing us to turn our fortunes around. And then I'll go over our chances in the league and kind of wrap up the league before and then after the final match against Loyola here. But combining the league winnings with the winnings from making the PFL Cup should put us in a really good position going into the summer. And most importantly, it should give us good enough finances, and the board is really happy with us. So we should be able to finally get that coaching course. So at the end of the episode, I'll also be asking to go on this coaching course, which we should get granted for once. But all right, let's move into the PFL Cup final. The only person missing is Christopher Reyes. He is injured, and we've probably seen the last of him. He's injured for 3 to 6 weeks. He wouldn't have been able to play anyway, though, because he is on loan from Mendiola. So that means the following team is going out. Desera and Go, Asman and Ambon will be in goal. Joel in goal, and those four in the defense. Batista Albino in Pabalona in the center, and then Ibrahim Bungsu and Jahari making up sort of a front three. I've decided to go with the 4-3-3 formation as opposed to our asymmetric kind of 4-4-2, 4-3-1-2 formation. And the reason for that is that Carlos Vitriolo just hasn't been very good. Just looking at his form, he's not on the same goal scoring streak. I don't think he's scored a lot in the past few games. So I just think we probably could use the more midfield solidity provided by this formation, and definitely an anchor man here I think helps us out. Hopefully it helps us out. We could also start Shamir Roosli, but as you guys can see, since he's come back to us, he only has 1 goal and 1 assist. So Jahari's been in phenomenal form. He's been the one ending the season hot. I mean, you guys can see here, just look at that form. He's arguably been our player of the season. So that all being said, I think we start him up top by himself, and hopefully the extra midfield solidity will help us to not lose as badly to Mendiola. But all right, this is our first cup final of this series. I will see you all in match. Here we go, the very first cup final of this save. This should be a route for Mendiola, but if we can stay in the match, if we can put in a good performance and show that we can compete at this level, I will be quite happy with that. Early corner opportunity here. Simon Alexander Lingbo to swing it in. And they've already scored. Somebody I don't recognize. Christian Gomes has scored for Mendiola, and it is 1-0. You know, if we're going to stay in this game, allowing set piece goals is not a good way to do that. Our first highlight of the match. Ball goes in back post. Finds Bungsu. Edge of the box here to Albino. We're working around pretty nicely. That's a good ball in. Ibrahim, find the back of the net. Oh, that's a good save. Oh, it's over. Another highlight quickly after here. We've done a nice job to win that ball. Bungsu's in here. Gets in behind. Can we find the back of the net? Good. What a goal. We're all tied up in the PFL Cup final. Oh, I didn't think he was going to score when he shot it because it moved kind of slowly. But the way it curled into the top corner, that is our first Cup final goal of the save. What a finish by Pabalona. I really hate it when we score and they immediately get a kickoff highlight. Oh, here we go. Never mind. This is going to be great. Come on, Ibrahim. Oh, find the ball behind. There, it's a great ball. Albino, keep the ball. No, there we go. Batista, cut it back. This is a great position, boys. Great position. Dacera. We can't lose it here. That's a great ball. Ambon. I kind of wish he went around the outside and tried to swing it in the cross, but I don't mind it here as we're actually applying some pressure to Mendiola here. Getting on the front foot. Ambon to swing the ball in. We do not have bigger heads than them. We need to find and go. We can't find them. Falls back to Ambon. Into Pabalona. He's already scored once. Finds and go. Becerra. All right, we're patiently working the ball around. Is this actually going to be a highlight? Football Manager will just extend these things and then it ends up not being a highlight. But Albino's getting around the outside here. Ball's in. Here we go. Now we're getting something. Back post, Jahari. Oh, we can't get to it. After all this time, is it really going to be a Mendiola highlight? After everything we just went through? As the ball goes into the middle. And GA. After all that. And they've scored. It was just starting to look good too, but that's the difference in quality right there. Another kickoff highlight. Except this time we're the ones kicking it off. There have been we're only 13 minutes into the match here. And there are a lot of highlights in this game. We find Ambon, can we work the ball around? They're looking to high press, but we can get into the middle. Okay, that's a good ball. Batista is generally going to be the open man, given that we're playing that 3 in the midfield and they're just playing the 2. So he should be the open man here. As Jahari's in. Oh, he was offsides. We had a few chances, but Mendiola are definitely the ones with the possession now. It's not even 15 minutes in though. There have been a lot of chances. A lot of highlights in this match. The ball goes into the back post. That's such a poor goal to give away. There have been a lot of matches now in a row where it feels like Ambon has been out-jumped at the back post. That might be something we need to fix. At this point, 43rd minute, I think we're just trying to get to halftime, but Garcia putting the ball in. And that's a really good save from Ray Joyelle. That's a brilliant save. He has been one of the bright spots of the season. Obviously, it's not been a great game today, but that does happen. I think he's been one of the bright spots of this season for sure, Ray Joyelle. As it goes to the top. That was a weird goal, wasn't it? That was a weird goal. Atenganas just kind of deflected it in. Well, I don't think we're winning the PFL Cup final. Let's just get to halftime here. We'll let time wind down. And that'll be halftime. 4-1, huh? That's just, yeah, we're definitely going to tell them things aren't going well. Motivate them, hopefully go up for a better second half, but they put on Sebastian Barak. That's a guy that I miss. He'd definitely love to have him. Man, things really just unraveled there. It was nice for a little. Ooh, Jahar, you're in. Ah, you didn't get there. All right, I've switched to our asymmetric 4-3-1-2 and brought on Rusli and Vitriolo because Jahari was injured too, but that subs might not have worked well. All right, it's gone wide, but yeah, I put it on. We'll go 4-3-1-2. I mean, at this point, we're going to lose. We might as well go for it. At least try to get back into the match, see if we can do anything. No point in just sitting back now. I mean, if we lose 8-2, it doesn't matter. It's not like it's the league. There's no goal difference, you know? So we might as well go for it. But all right, we're all of a sudden already playing much better as the setter looks to get in behind. Maybe I should have started with the 4-3-1. I should have just been bold. I don't know. I just felt like this was the right thing to do, yeah, especially given how we've been playing in recent weeks. We should have scored, Pabalona. Oh, we could have got a double. I mean, we're immediately playing better after going to this formation. I should have stuck with this tactic, man. I should have stuck with it. Ball goes in, well punched. Can we get another one? Nah, it's gonna be it. They've got a free kick. I'm looking through Mendiola's players, and they've definitely changed the squad a lot now. It's a lot, not many of the players that we had when we were there. So they've definitely overhauled the squad. A lot of players I don't recognize. But we look to counter here. Again, we're getting the chances now that that's a terrible shot. That's a horrible shot from Riesling. But at least we're creating chances now. Can we build out of the back from the goal kick here? Mendiola are known for good pressing, but I think we can build out here. I think we can do something. Get into the midfield. Yes, that's good stuff. One more ball. Oh, okay, we found this out of there. Get around the outside. Ah, yeah, that wasn't the right spot to cut it back, but Mendiola will look forward now. That's a really good ball into Sebastian Barak. Can he find the right ball across? Okay. Still 4-1 at least. I really like that ball out to the fullback from the goal kick. I think that helps us out a lot in just being able to play forward earlier. But Bongsu here, great dribbling from Bongsu there to beat his man. Can we get the cross in? Okay, we've gone backwards. Now we can go to the middle. Good stuff here. That's good stuff. I guess I don't mind the shot. We are into injury time now. The match is definitely running out. I believe this should be the end of match highlight. It's been a really good PFL Cup run. I'm definitely happy with how the team did. Proud of the boys. They've done well to make it this far, but you meet up with a juggernaut like Mendiola, and this is what happens. I guess we should watch them do the trophy lift. Let's see where we are now. What did the game? So I didn't give us an animation. This is the first time we're seeing Filipino FM as a manager and not kind of my animated version. So let's see what looks like he's in a hoodie. That's actually that's exactly what I would wear if I were a coach. Probably I'd definitely wear a hoodie and track pants. Looks like that's what they gave him. That actually looks just like a hoodie I own. But Mendiola left the PFL Cup trophy. And you know what? One day, that's going to be us. We were never going to win this match, but weirdly, I'm just disappointed at how the match went. I just feel like we could have put in a better match, but you know, Mendiola is a good side. We've lost another one to Filipino FM. It wasn't going to happen. So we've been defeated in the PFL Cup final. However, as you guys can see here, we do get that 50K. We do get that 150K, so that helps us out quite a bit. And Jahari is fortunately only injured for 1 to 2 days. So he'll be here for the last match of the season. And moving forward, yeah, Mendiola won it, but we were the biggest overachievers as the runner-up. It was competition to remember from Manila Monte. Thrilled everyone with their performances. And Jasmine Jahari, he had 5 goals. He was, in fact, our player of the tournament. And actually, looking at the player stats here, Jahari finished as the top goal scorer in the PFL Cup, and Vitriolo finished as the second top scorer. It's really surprising. Maybe they rotated, but I just had assumed it was like Jesus Mendoza or somebody. Bungsu getting a few assists, and Jasper Jahari being the top goal scorer in the competition. We'll absolutely take that. But unfortunately, that loss does add to a series of losses. I guess I forgot to mention before where I might have seen you guys last. I think last time was a straw against United City. We did lose 3-1 to Kaya. So that makes the Loyola match here a bit of a dead rubber. If I show you guys where we are in the league with one match remaining, we are in 7th. If we win and United City loses, we could potentially go up to 6th due to our superior goal differential. But man, it's a disappointing end to the season. It really is. To draw, and loss has just kind of soured our end to the season of what was a really good season. The weird thing is, last season we had 48 points. We only have 5 more points this season. We could potentially have 8 more points this season. But I feel like we've been so much better this season. Like, I feel like we've played such good football. I feel like we've stumbled on a tactic that's been so good. We've just had too many bad losses. But to show again how good we've been doing, like, our goal differential is the 3rd best in the league, only behind Kaya and Mendiola, who are finishing in the top 2 positions. And looking at the XG table, we should be 3rd. Like, we should be in the playoff spots, which was the goal for this season, or at least to be closer to contending to it. But I mean, at this point, we are 7 points out of the playoff spots, and there's really no hope. But that all being said, I'm going to move forward 1 week to the final match of the season. Hopefully, we can end on a bang, but I will see you all there. All right, we are through to the final match of the season. I'm curious to see. So Loyola are in 14th, so we should be able to win this match. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Even though it's away from home, I do expect us to do well here. I guess moving towards the tactics, we do have some players who are out for this match. Bongsu, Ibrahim, Pavalona, Vitriolo, and Louis Sykes are all suspended. And Ray Joyel, I'm sure you guys hear, he just got injured as well. He's out with a pulled thigh. So as a result, we're starting kind of a backup side, and we're bringing in some players who you saw last time with the youth intake. So Paulo Mendoza, a player who I really like who came in through our youth intake, he is going to start in goal, the 16-year-old. We have a pretty strong back line, Ambon, Asman, and Ngo. But Elaine Garcia, he is going to start the 15-year-old Filipino, who's actually a pretty good wingback for this level. He's going to start in that fullback and attack role. He's got a big position to fill. He's filling in Clifford de Serra's shoes, but I think he'll do well there. In the middle, Alquiro Cerzan and Albino, with another one of our youth intake players, Romel Bautista. He is going to start on the right-hand side, another 15-year-old, so young lineup. But I like his crossing, I like his dribbling. He's got pretty good pace, acceleration, agility, so we'll see how he does there. And then up top, no Vitriolo, so Jahari and Rusli will start up top. And the other big thing I want to show you guys is that we have some interesting players on the bench. So I'm putting David Garcia back on the bench. David Garcia has not played for us in a long time. And the reason for that is because he had a damaged spine and he's been out for 5 months. But he is now back, so I'm going to stick him on the bench. We're going to release him, but this is going to be the last time we see him. But I think he was one of our first signings with the club. We got him on a free. He was one of our first signings. He got 10 goals, 9 assists last season, so I might stick him on just for his final match. But we also have Antonio Carpo. He's another player who came in through the youth intake who has really awesome physical attributes, so I'm excited to play him. And then John Talarook, who did score for us last season. He came in through last season's youth intake. He'll be on the bench as well, just to get him some game time. But in the final match of the season, we have a lot of players who we're giving opportunities to. We'll see how they do. I mean, this match doesn't mean a whole lot. If we win, then it's great. But if United City draw even, who are United City playing actually? Do we have a real shot at getting into sixth place? United City are playing. Ooh, DHC in fifth. Actually, do DHC have a shot? And DHC do have a shot at getting to the playoffs. Never mind. This became much more interesting. All right, we do have an interest. If DHC beat United City, then we could move into sixth, which would help us quite a bit. So I guess let's see what happens. The end of season 2. Loyola versus Monte. Let's see if we can end this season on a bang and at least move into season 3 with, a good feeling. Feeling like we ended on a good note. We've lost the last 2 matches. It'd be nice to get back into things, but is this a highlight here? We're in behind. All right, that should be it. Paulo Mendoza will get things started off for us here. I think it's nice that at least, in the last match of the season 2, we get to put in some of the youngsters, some of the guys that, we got in through the youth intake. It was such a good youth intake too. I'm actually kind of excited to see where some of those guys might end up. So it's nice to be able to give them their debuts here and actually get them playing. With that being said, Ngo playing it out wide to one of those youth intake players. That is a brilliant ball. That's a great ball. Jahari's open in the middle, and Jahari finds the back of the net. He continues his amazing goal scoring form, and we lead 1-0 on the final day of the season. By the way, on that last goal, what a ball from Elaine Garcia. That's the kind of stuff you like to see from your youth intake players. But we're in again here. Rusli takes the shot. We'll look to recycle possession here. He finds Bautista, another one of the youngsters. Is it going to go in? Oh, what a weird goal. But Jovic Albino has scored and we make it 2-0. I would be very frustrated if we were the ones that allowed that goal. I'm not going to lie. That was a weird match engine goal. I really enjoy how this tactic builds out from goal kicks. I think it builds out really nicely. Especially the 3 in the center. I think it gives us options to Serra usually. It's obviously Garcia now building out from the back. I think we do it nicely. Lots of triangles and combinations there. But Jahari's in. He should score. And Jahari's on a hat trick now. 2 goals from Jastroman Jahari. We are leading 3-0 and we're not even 10 minutes into the match yet. So many highlights in Football Manager start from some version of a goal kick. but we should win that here. Ambon playing it back to Mendoza. I like how much Mendoza is being involved. Look at him showing that he's a ball playing goalkeeper, getting a ball playing goalkeeper through our youth intake. And we got that nice wing back with Garcia. Love to see the boys get involved. That's a great ball, but oh, Batista couldn't quite get there, but it finds Jahari again. He shoots. That was almost brilliant. And Roosely can't score. What a chance. What a shot. And we'll look to win it here. I'm really glad that we're finishing on a high note. It's been a rough end to the season, so the fact that we're winning 3-0 here and we should win this match makes me feel good. But I'm going down the right-hand side. He'll cut it back here. He finds Alquiros. And the youngster Elaine Garcia scores! The wingback, the fullback on attack, finding the score sheet. Oh, it's great to see a youth intake player find the back of the net. There have been a lot of highlights in these first 20 minutes. I mean, 4 goals in 20 minutes, too. We'll take that every day. But Garcia here, he finds the ball forward and go. See, this is the nice thing about this formation. It feels like we have a lot of triangles, a lot of open options. And Jahari scored. Is that his hat trick? Jahari's got a hat trick, right? It's a perfect hat trick. Right foot, left foot, and header. Wow, what a way to end the season for Jasperman Jahari. I say that. We immediately have a chance here. Goes to Ngo, and Ngo scores. Ngo, I kind of wanted you to score more headers from that 15 jumping reach in games where we didn't need the goals, but you know what? It looks good for the goal difference. We have a 6-0 lead now. What an end to the season, huh? We should win that header. We do. Finds Roosely. Roosely finds Jahari. Can he make it? Oh! He almost had his 4th goal. He's got 3 goals, and he's hit the woodwork twice. He's hit the bar and he's hit the post. All right, we have a corner. Corner goes into the back post. And Go scored again. Well, Go's got 2 goals. We've got 7. We're only 36 minutes into this match. I kind of want to see if we can get 10 now. Well, we will have a second half to try and get 3 goals to get 10. Absolutely tell the boys that this is amazing. Romel Batista here, he does have a little slight injury, so we'll stick on our other youth intake player, Antonio Carpo. But let's see what we can do in the second. Oh, man. Rizon's gotten injured right at the start. That's unfortunate. We'll stick on Batista. Switch things around a little bit, but... Oh, man. Well, let's see what we can make of this throw-in. Batista here, finding Carpio, the youth intake player again. Got a few of them on. Lovely to see. But he goes all the way back to Osman. Finds Mbon. Into Batista. All right, we are 2 goals away from 10. If we get 10 here, I'm going to be delighted. I don't remember the last time I was in a game where we scored 10 goals. Loyola here. I think this might be their first highlight of the game. Actually, maybe not. Might be our highlight. Roosely here. Can we find, is Dacero down there? No, it's going to be, oh, no, it's Garcia. Roosely here going in. Back post. Oh, it doesn't quite find him. Carpio. Can he cut it back? That's a good cut back. And Albino has scored. And we've made it 9-0. 1 goal away, boys, from making it 10. Let's get double digits. And we have 17 minutes left to make it 10. Bautista. Into Carpio. Carpio! It's deflected in! The youngster, the youth intake player, has made it 10. We've done it! Okay, 10 minutes left. We've got 10 goals. I've put on all the subs now. And we have another corner. And Ngo has scored. Does Ngo have a hat trick? Did he get a hat? He does have a hat trick. Ngo's got a hat trick of headers. I wish those goals were a little more spread out, but 11-0. We'll take it. Well, I think it's going to end at 11-0. This should be the end of match highlight, but what a match to end the season. 11 goals. I mean, this shows what we're capable of when everything's clicking and flowing. And that is going to give us momentum moving into next season. 11-0 victory, our biggest victory ever. We're obviously going to tell them we did well. What a conclusion to season 2. Well, what an end to the season. I think this 11-0 win, that's definitely our biggest win in the save. It might be. I don't think it is. I think I've played other saves where I might have won a little bigger, but that's one of the biggest wins I think I've ever had playing in Football Manager. But on other news, Brazon is out for 5 to 6 weeks. Batiste is only out for 2 to 3 days, so that's good. But we had a number of players score on their debut. I mean, what? I mean, Jahari with the hat trick. What a way to end the season. And we've got 200K for achieving seventh place. So that means our finances are cooking now. £385,000 in the bank balance. We have absolutely, if you look at the club vision, work towards repairing the club's financial damage. We have definitely done that. The board is delighted with how we've done. Yeah, once we go on the end of season break, this is going to be time to start that coaching course because we are in the perfect position to do that. I mean, overall balance is wonderful. Look at that. So yeah, with that news, we have ended the season unfortunately in seventh place. United City drew against DHC, and I guess Aguilas lost. So that draw was actually enough for DHC to get into fourth. Who did Aguilas lose to? Oh, they lost to Stallion. Yeah, that's a tough game. But Kaya will face Stallion in one of those playoff matches, and Mendiola will beat DHC in the other one. So it should be an interesting end to the playoff season. But yeah, we finished in seventh. Not the best end to the season, but yeah, our goal differential was the second highest, and XG table, we should have finished third, man. It's just one of those things where it's like it's good because we did better than last season, but it feels like we could have had even better of a season. We could have done so much better. I do want to show you guys kind of the players as we start planning for next season now. So, Jashman Jahari, a brilliant, I mean, just an amazing end to the season. I remember he was injured at the beginning of the season, and he had a really rough kind of middle patch as he got fit, but a brilliant end to this. 22 goals. Again, an amazing end to the season for a very good forward. But Vitriola was the one who kind of carried us through the beginning of the season, and then he became kind of poor. Jahari definitely is the one who finished the season. Bugzu was a player who struggled kind of at the beginning of the season as well. Like there was a point where I think he had like pretty much no goals and no assists, but he came through towards the end of the season. Yeah, 8 goals and 10 assists in his last 20 matches, 15 matches actually, because he didn't play in some. So a really good end to the season for him. And go he got a hat trick in the last match. That definitely inflated his goal stats here, but I mean that's what we want from our 15 jumping reach player to match his goal tally from last season. Sykes was okay. Jovic Albino was pretty good. Pabalona was pretty good. Bautista came in and did all right for us towards the end of the season. David Garcia was just starting to get into form when he damaged his spine. So yeah, there's a number of players here who actually did pretty well, who I think we can build around. Looking at our contract situation, I have signed a few of them through to new contracts. So we have our youngsters down here, but Osman will stay, Sykes will stay, Raymond Reyes is going to stay. I mean, he's an okay defender who can play a few different positions. But we'll continue to build around players like Ngo, around players like Joyel, Vitriola, Albino, Dacera, Papalona, Jahari. I've kept Ibrahim and Bugto around as well. But players who are leaving, David Garcia is going to leave. I think I'm going to get rid of Rusli. I don't think he was good enough. I'm debating on Bautista. I'll probably wait till June 29th before deciding whether to re-sign him, just because he's the only player we've got right now who can play this position, this DM position. So unless we don't get an upgrade, well, if we do get an upgrade, I won't keep him. If we don't, I will keep him. But otherwise, some older players going. And then Ambon had a bad end to the season, so I don't know if I want him or not. He's another one who I'm going to wait as long as I can. And finally, it'll be the same with Rizon here because I like him, but he's just not brilliant. If we can, I will try to keep Nathaniel Akiros on loan, see if we can extend that loan potentially from Stallion. But Christopher Reyes, we're not able to keep, so he'll go back to Mendiola. And these guys never played, so we'll send them back as well to open up some loan spots for us. Of course, a player who we lost towards the end of the season because he was on loan, but we are bringing back Dexter Chio as well. So he'll be a nice addition to the squad, helping us out in the center of midfield too. But otherwise, that is squad planning for next season. That's who we're keeping around. That's who did well. We'll definitely look to build around this tactic here. And yeah, we'll see what we can do from there. But all right, I'm going to move forward to the end of season break. So that way, once everyone leaves, we'll kind of do all the end of season stuff, and then we'll see if we can get that coaching course finally. All right, we have completed all the end of the season stuff. So next season, club just wants to finish mid-table in the football league. We told the players as such, and now they are on their end of season break. But all right, with that in mind, I actually have to go to a soccer match here. So I'm going to come back. We'll do the coaching course. We'll end the episode. So see you guys when I do that. All right. Now that we are officially at the end of the season, the entire squad, as you guys can see here, is on vacation. So I'm no longer needed at the training ground. Our finances are in a great position. It is literally never going to get better than this financially. And looking at the club vision, the board is very pleased with our overall leadership. So everything is good. There is absolutely no reason at this point that Manila Monte and the board would not accept our coaching request. This is literally the perfect time to ask to go on a coaching course. So with that in mind, we're going to make that board request. We're going to make board request personal, start a coaching course. We should finally be able to go for a National C license at the end of season 2. So the board's going to get back to us. Let's continue forward. And we've been rejected. We have to be selfish here. We fear that if you continue to make that sort of progress, the club could lose you to bigger and better opportunities. Well, I'm not going to stay if I don't get this coaching course. Let's discuss the issue with the board. You wanted to talk about your recent request. I'd like to further my development by going on a coaching course, and they don't even want to talk about it. I don't even have the opportunity to try and convince them. You know what? This might be a spur of the moment decision, but let's just leave.